And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper.
Right, none of those men which were originally bidden, that began to have excuse why not to do the Most High's work, are going to taste of that supper. They're not going to take part in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to die here, man. They're going to die here, and then once their spirit is cleansed by fire, then they'll make it on that side. They'll be reborn on that side.
But it's not an automatic pass just because you're an Israelite. People think this is like flying for an airline, where you get a boarding pass and it says that airline's name on it and you just scan it.
Yep.
No, that if anything, that puts more scrutiny on you. Okay, you're gonna say, oh, I'm an Israelite. He's gonna say, nice, where's your works? Where's your faith? And not your faith in Jesus, where's your faith in me? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But a lot of Israelites, 230, you won't even be able to say anything about that. You'll say, oh, I have faith, Lord, Lord. You'll say, Jesus, Jesus. And they'll say, I know you not. Verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Right, meaning that Yahweh has to come first, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this me and the brother were just talking about this. This gets real hard, you know, at some points in life. You know, we got the whole world around us. You're working day in and day out. You know, you got a lot of stuff going off to try to keep you sidetracked from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But you got to remember that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai comes first and all that shit afterwards. Because at the end of the day, if we had nothing but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we would still have something greater than fine gold.
And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
Right, picking up the cross and coming after him. Because we're taking up that same thing, where our flesh is being put to death.
And you can't expect another brother to carry you through this truth.
God.
Like it's good to have brothers.
We'll help each other up. You know what I mean? We'll bear each other's burdens. But at the end of the day, no man could pave your way to the kingdom for you.
God. Well, I'm not just gonna go dead limp and expect you to carry me to the finish line. Because that's not me doing the works. That's another, like you said, that's another brother doing the works for me. So I'm expecting another man to do 2 times the work, and I get the reward from it. But a lot of brothers have that mentality. I'm guilty of it. I had that mentality. But that's something you got to cast off. Along with that old man, you got to hate yourself. That's what it means. I hate that part of me. That would even think to do that to a brother. Somebody that trusts you. Because if you want to go down that route, just like Yahweh Shai said, you cannot be a student of his. You cannot learn of this word because you got maliciousness in your heart. This word is truth. Verse 28 of Luke chapter 14. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Right, so before man, which we're building up a spiritual tower. All right, we're building up for the kingdom of heaven, okay? But we're building up the spiritual tower, which is the spiritual temple, the spiritual church. Matter of fact, let me grab a quick precept for that, brother. So I'm not just speaking about it.
And that's another thing too, like you said, what man in this truth, if you are a man in this truth, got in here thinking that you didn't know the expectations, you didn't know the cost. Like, it's not like we just started building our spiritual self and said, okay, where are these bricks coming from? I don't know, but they're there. No, we have these stored spiritually. We just had to realize it was there, and then we build upon it. That's what these scripts are. It's your daily bread. It's your comforter. It's your bricks to your tower. It's your foundation. It's all in one package. It's an all-inclusive package that the Most High gave to you specifically and said, this is your key to everlasting life. All wrapped up in one. It's my word. You can bank on it.
No, go ahead and read that.
Just get it one more time. This is Luke 14:28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he has sufficient to build it or to finish it? So once again, that proves to the point, like, if you didn't go through and actually sit down and realize what you're getting yourself into before you did, then who's to blame? What right-minded man would walk into a gunfight with a knife? Just like what right-minded man would walk into a spiritual fight with flesh? And we got a lot of brothers that do that, and those are your fall-offs, and it goes on up, as you've been seeing from last year, from the top all the way down to the fresh young ones. Because once you're in this truth, the Spirit reveals all. It reveals your true intentions. Some brothers it takes a little longer, some brothers it's right there. But if you're in this for the wrong reasons, you're gonna be found out. Because like I said earlier, this truth is pure. There's no maliciousness. There's no malcontent. There's no ill will from the purity of the truth. Now, of course, there are bad times that have been spoken of, but that's all for the truth's sake. And let me see. I don't know the exact script, but you know where it says anything done against the truth is done for the truth.
I guess just keep going. I can't find that scripture.
Can't find it? That's all good. This is verse 29. Lest haply, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
Right. So we need to know what we're getting ourselves into. All these when you're building a building, all these individuals who built these buildings here, these Edomites who had the money for it, man, they count their costs before they did it. Well, that's the same with the elect.
Could you imagine looking at that Capitol building without the dome on the top?
Right. Could be a laughing stock.
Yeah, you got everything. You got all these windows. You got all these columns. Even got a flagpole, but no dome. Like, what are you doing? But the same goes with the men in the truth. You wanna get into a camp. You want to start learning, studying, doing this truth diligently, but then you fall out? So you went through all that just to fall out? Then you're a laughing stock. That's why people mock you. Because you put yourself through all that pain just to end up with nothing.
Yep.
What we get going on?
Yeah.
They was like, calm down.
Luke 14:30, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, going to make war against another king, sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
Right, just like you got a king. You know, what king wouldn't sit down and examine the war before the fight?
The strength of his men.
Right. And that's what we gotta examine this spiritual warfare before we get ourselves involved, because this ain't no walk in the park. Like I always like to say, man, this is a hard fight, man.
Come on, because like it says, you got to be able to expect one man to take on at least two going into battle in order to win. Yeah, that's what it says. What king have not expected his 10,000 to go against 20? Because he's that confident. Verse 32, or else while the other is yet a great way off. He sinneth and ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
Right.
Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be seasoned?
Right, so you got to realize the price of this thing. You got to realize that the Heavenly Father got to always come first, man. And salt, the reason why it's comparing salt is because, the Scripture always compares salt to Jake, man. And if salt loses its flavor, what is the point in the salt?
Who's gonna use it?
Yeah, ain't nobody's gonna use this. It ain't gonna be worth anything. You might as well put some sand in your food.
That's why you see these actors get tired out. It's literally what they call it, getting tired out. That's why you don't see Billy D. Williams on the screen anymore. He used to be hot. He was the hot ticket, but he got tired out. That salt lost its flavor.
And that's the same thing with the members of this body, man. If they start to lose their flavor, lose their savor,
you get cast.
Yeah, then what does it say? It actually goes on and says it.
Carm. Verse 35. It is neither fit for the land, nor yet for the dunghill, but men cast it out. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Right, be cast out. You won't be fit for the land, or even a hill of dung.
The shit pile.
You won't even be fit for the shit pile. Worse, you'll be worse than that. That's why we got to count this cost and know what you're getting involved in.
Look, the best example. Look at the elder apostles that we have set up today. They got the same salt. As a matter of fact, their salt has gotten more tasty. They got the tasty salt. I'm talking about their flavor is always the flavor of the month. And they've been doing this for 30 plus. But it's because they've been doing it diligently and sincerity. And they've been doing the work. They don't take days off. They don't take hours off. They're doing the work at all times. That's how we gotta be. Like the Most High said, He's gonna leave us a comforter. That's a part of it. Men that are set up in the truth through the Word to show us how to actually walk on this earth while we're still sinning. Like, it's comforting to know that there's somebody doing this that came before me, that's been going through this, has already gone through this point and passed it. Excelled beyond it. That's comforting. And doing it with the same scripts that I'm doing it with, that the Most High did it with.
Con.
That's it on that 14.
Con.